people. It is time to go live again. And today I'm starting with just to warm up, I'm starting with the Lady Death 25th anniversary cover, and I'm going to be doing some of the blacking. So what that means is what I do in my process of artwork is I leave any parts that are going to be black leather. I ink them like normal, but I don't do the I don't fill in all the black because I am still in my coloring stage of life that I'm in right now. I like having the whole area to work on to figure out the lighting and change my mind on stuff. So having it open without any black makes it so that I can change my mind and make adjustments to the lighting when I'm coloring it. And then depending on who purchases the original, they are able to decide if they want me to add in the blacking with Copic afterwards. The man who is taking this original home would like the blacking added in. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Now, I know that this stream is actually dedicated to working on a blank commission. And the blank that I have here is this one. And it is for some good friends of mine who have asked me to take this super awesome album cover. It is of the very amazing Maria Brink, and they would like me to turn this into a version of Lady Death. So to draw Lady Death in this outfit and do this album cover on the blank. That being said, I usually say no to homages, but I have made an exception for this one, and I asked Mr. Polito if he would be okay that I did this. So I checked with Brian before I took on this commission officially. So I do have permission to draw Lady Death as Maria Brink. I don't know Maria Brink personally, so I wasn't able to check there, but I did check with Brian to draw on his book with his character Lady Death as Maria Brink from Black Widow. I absolutely love in this moment, and I can probably list off the song that I listen to over and over on repeat for most of the covers that I've worked on. So their music has a massive influence on me. I listen to them all the time, and they are best listened to at full volume on your iPhone. So I am really, really excited about this. Hey, oh my God. Okay, the D Meteor are the people, or Meteor are the people that I'm doing this for. I'm so glad you guys could make it. I know it's Sunday. You've got the kids. It's a couple. Their names are Dan and Dawn, and they also have 3 children, just like my husband and I do, who are also Dan and Dawn. So it's really fun. So I am really, really, really excited about this. In order to get my hands warmed up and all of that, I'm going to do a little bit of blacking on the Lady Death and then finish it later on at some point on my own time, right? I gotta admit, I'm a little nervous about this one. Mostly it's the sizing, to get the sizing right of fitting this on a blank. Because it's not like I can move it around in the frame. The blank is the frame. I have to draw everything in the right place to get the piece to fit on the blank properly. So there may be a considerable amount of erasing before I get it placed correctly on the blank, where she's in the center. You don't want it off to one side or squished up at the top. You know, there's a lot of things that you have to think about when you're fitting artwork on a blank. When I'm sketching for a cover, well, it doesn't really matter because I'm putting another piece of paper on top so I can move the frame around and get it where I want it to be. Not so much on a blank, but we're going to try. And you're gonna see me working from a white piece of paper, so we'll have some erasing and all of that good stuff. But to start with, I'm just going to warm up a little bit, give people time to join in on the stream, and I will be working on the blacking. Hello, Chippy G. Hey, Yo-Yo. Yeah, it's gonna be tricky. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so glad that you guys could make it, Dan and Dawn. Thank you so much. This is the coolest commission, and I'm so excited about it. Okay, so check this out. I did a little bartering with a friend of mine. Check out this bracelet. Isn't that the coolest thing you've ever seen? It is so amazing. It's a little big, but I don't care. It's so awesome. Yes. So, anyway, back to what I'm actually supposed to be doing. I am getting the cover that I did. So this is the Lady Death 25th anniversary cover. At least the assignment was for the 25th anniversary. It is going to be in the Scorched Earth 1 Kickstarter, which is starting, I believe, in 3 days. So this blank does play a part, not blank. This cover is in that one. And for those that were on here at the beginning, what I'm doing is I'm going to use this to just warm up a little bit. I don't black in the inked lines for Lady Death when I know that I'm going to be doing the coloring. I change my mind a fuck ton when I'm doing the coloring. Like, I'll move the lighting source, I'll really make a lot of changes from what I had in my head to what becomes the final piece. So for that reason, I don't do the leather suit blacks until I am finished with the cover itself. I leave it open so that I can do all the massive amounts of mind changing that I do. And you know, that might be something that I'll change over time. It's just something that I do right now while I'm still getting into the hang of digital coloring, which is not really my forte yet. So, I'm just getting the cover so that I can copy it. I'm pretty much just going to be copying my digital colors onto my original piece right here. So, I guess because it's not completely released yet, I don't know if you're going to be able to find this one online yet, because I don't think that the whole piece is out anywhere. But that's fine. You can just hang out with me. I was just saying that so that you could look along and see what it is I'm referring to. All right. So for blacking, I use toner grays. Thank you, True Deadman. Back in a sec. Okay, see you, Adam. All right. I need my... Where's my dab pad? Oh my god, I left it over there. Damn it. I really like drawing in bed, but then what happens is half of my shit is over somewhere else and not here. Okay, I'm just gonna get a new one. So these are napkins, actually, but they're really nice and thick, and they're not, their consistency is just better for Copic marker dabbing, which is what I use them for. All right, so hi Kylie. All right, so I'm gonna use T6, T8, T9. So we're just gonna start somewhere inconspicuous like usual. Hey Daft Meow. Hi Kylie. All right, I'm just getting the markers open so that I can work with them easily. And this is just gonna be for like maybe the first 15 minutes, and then I'll get going on the Lady Death blank. And for the Lady Death blank, I'm drawing Maria Brink from the cover of Black Widow as Lady Death. So we're doing a homage today. I don't usually take those. I made an exception because it was just too cool. And I absolutely love in this moment. I did ask Brian if he was cool with it, and he said that was fine. So, happiness. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Oh my God, I'm really excited. Hey, Eric. Welcome to the stream today. All right, so I'm gonna start with her her arm. Oh, my bracelet, here it is. How cool is that? I bartered. So what I owe for this is drawn 1 and drawn 2. And they do know that drawn 2 is not out yet, so oh well. All right, I'm gonna have T4 just for the very lighter spots. I know, I'm so excited. It might be getting in my way shortly with the art because it's banging on the table every time I move my arm. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a little bit of this for warm up, and then I will switch over to the actual task at hand today and get this piece done of Maria Brink as Lady Death. It's gonna be so much fun. So I'm looking up all the time, A, to read your guys' comments, and B, the other reason is to keep checking what it is I did on the actual cover colors. Because the last thing I want to do is fuck up this original art, which has already been paid for. So I don't want to be like, oh, sorry, I fucked up. Gonna have to give you back all your money. Bummer. No, I'm not gonna Copic color this. I'm not gonna Copic the whole thing. I'm just putting in the blacking because I leave the blacking until after I've digitally colored it. I change my mind too much when I'm working in the digital colors to have pre-set up the lighting with the with blacks. So I leave this to the end. I know that this is a little bit of a cheat, and I do the blacking digitally, but it's just it's honestly just because I change my mind too much, and I don't really know exactly what I'm gonna do when I'm doing the line art. And sometimes I'll have a plan in my mind and I know exactly how I want it to look, but then I try it and it actually doesn't turn out looking that great, so that I change it to something else. Yes, I am Yo-Yo. Okay, so my 6 is running out of toner, which is unfortunate. Well, it's kind of a cheat in that I'm doing it after the fact, Kylie. That's what I mean. But whatever. I colored it digitally, and I'm just copying my digital mapping for the the original. All right, so now I'm using T8. And I might actually skip T6 altogether. Okay, thank you, Dave. Okay, I'm gonna put away T6 and I'm gonna get out T5, honestly, just because I don't want to waste any time doing refills right now. And I'm just gonna do a little shading. This is kind of distracting me, so I'm just gonna take it off, but it's so amazing. Good afternoon, Philip. Welcome to the stream today. This is gonna be a fun one. I'm glad you could make it. Yeah, T5 is perfect. It's just to smooth out some of the edges. All right, now I'm moving on to T10, which is the darkest of the toner grays. Oh, you're awesome, Kylie. Thank you. All right, so toner number 10 is pretty much as close to black as the marker goes. Copic does make one that is actually black. And I use it sometimes, but for the most part, the darkest I go to is the 10 of the warm toners or cool grays. Because it's basically black, but in the same family of the gray. There we go. Louis, thank you so very much for the host. It was T6, T8, and then T10. But my T6 is running out of ink, so I switched to T5. So now it's 5, 8, 10. And you know what? I'm gonna fill with 10 to start with here. So I'm just going to do the bikini bottom right now, and then I'm going to switch to the In This Moment blank. And I'm going over the sections multiple times because I want it to be super saturated and black. And if you know how Copic marker lightens as it dries, if this lightens and it's not black enough to my satisfaction, I'll try out the Copic black marker. But technically this should go to black. So I'm stopping by her hip bones because there it catches a little bit more light. Hey there, Matt. Okay, some T8 here. And then T5. All right, so that jump is a little bit too stark. I gotta be really careful. I don't want to go over the lines here. There we go. Hey, Keeman. All right, I thought I was using 5 that whole time, and I was using 4. Classic. No wonder it was too light. It just seemed so ridiculously light to me, and I couldn't figure out why. Yeah, I was using the wrong marker. Some T8. Blend the edges with the 5. A little bit more T8. A little bit more blending with the 5. Then I'm going to take a little bit of 4. Oh, thank you so much, Adam. Okay. I'm gonna leave it at that for now and get going on the actual in this moment blank. Okay, when you go outside the line with Copic and you need it to be fixed. Oh, here we go. Yes, what Kylie said. Thank you, Kylie. All right, so while I'm getting all of my stuff together and putting this away, I'm just gonna put the print of the month here for you guys to see. And this is the print that is going to be out for the month of March, and then it's gone. So if you want a copy, I think I did this on a live stream with you guys last year sometime. This is the print of the month. You can get it at dawnmcteigue.com, and I'm going to get together the blanks and the reference and everything that I need for the In This Moment blank. I have the blank. All right, so little momentary break is done. This is the amazing vinyl record that was sent to me as a gift by the owners of this blank that I'm going to be doing. Their names are Dan and Dawn, and I am so grateful to them. It's so cool. At the time that they commissioned this piece from me, they, this blank, so the blank, I haven't worked on it yet. They didn't know that I was such a fan of In This Moment. And when they brought up the idea, at first I was like, well, at least I don't know if I said this out loud, but I don't generally take homages. And so, in my mind, I'm kind of like, oh, how am I going to say no to an homage? And then they said, well, we're fans of this band. Guys, correct me if my details are off. And we'd like to have you do a recreation with Lady Death as the lead singer of the band. And then, I'm thinking, oh, okay, well, we'll see. And then they were like, and the band is In This Moment. And I'm like, fuck yeah, man. I don't listen to tons of music aside from theirs. I have a playlist, and that's pretty much, they are 98% of my playlist. I love In This Moment. If you guys know the Zenoscope Red Riding Hood cover that I did, it's the one where she has like the wolf pelt over the back of her head. I listened to Big Bad Wolf from In This Moment on loop the entire time I worked on that cover. Just the whole time. At the very loudest volume that my iPhone goes. I love them. I went to an In This Moment concert, bought the t-shirt. I mean, I am a hardcore fan of these guys, so I'm so excited. I told them that I would, no promises, take the cover, take this, this commission if Brian was okay with it. Checked with Brian, he's okay with it. So happiness, here we are. So the real thing is, the real thing with this particular blank assignment is that I need to try to fit. It's a full body commission, and this is a full body cover. I need to try to fit this whole thing on the blank. Now, fitting it is no problem. It's just that I'm drawing straight on the blank, so I'm gonna have to map it out. So the mapping might take a little while. So that's what I'm gonna be working on now. And I'm starting with a blank piece of paper. I don't always start with a blank piece of paper because most of the stuff that I do needs to be pre-approved before I start live streaming, but here we go. We are going to work from a blank piece of paper and get started. So I've got the Black Widow vinyl record right in front of me here. It's kind of propped up against the arm for my webcam, so hopefully it doesn't knock anything over. Yes, Polito's signature is already on the blank. Yay, I'm so excited, Dawn and Dan. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm just getting my camera ready because I'm going to do a time-lapse video of the whole process. Here we go. Hey, Juan! Now, it's always a little tricky for me as far as getting the time lapse on there and seeing if I'm actually getting the blank, because the whole back of my phone is completely covered, so it's always a little bit exciting. Okay, so that's ready. And let me get my pencils. Hello, the Huinator. Okay, I love this album so much. So this is really, really exciting. If you guys want to see what I'm looking at, you can just Google it. It's the In This Moment Black Widow album cover, and I'm doing a homage of Maria Brink as Lady Death. But with everything else, besides maybe I might take some like artistic liberties on the outfit, it's going to be a black and white piece with some red on it. So a very film noir mixed with Sin City look. Remarks are hard, Louie, so if you're doing that, that's pretty good. Oh, Kara, yay, hello. All right, so now it's just to start mapping out the whole thing. So in order to get this right, I'm actually gonna divide it up. And the picture is taken on an angle, meaning that there's, if you divide it into thirds, I think, yeah, pretty much the whole thing is in thirds if you divide it, and like her waist and pelvis bone is the top third and her legs are the bottom 2/3. One, two, three. Okay. Something kind of like that. Her. Now, technically the way she's standing, she must be leaning on something because there's no weight on her feet. And yet she's standing. So like the way that everything is working, she must be actually leaning on something or sitting up against something in order for it to work like this. But that's fine. No, this is a commission, Louie. So it's for the couple that's given me this blank. Yeah, I know, Kylie. I am too. This is a little scary. There's going to be a lot of erasing involved. But first, I'm just trying to see if I can map it out. At least I don't have to worry about cut lines and shit. So she has a really big hat. You can see, excuse me, you can see part of the base of the hat. And then the rest goes behind this loop right here. And I'm trying to also fit it so that her arms and everything don't actually cut. Oh, you know what? Her fingers on that side go up higher than her head. I might have to make her smaller on the blank. Well, let's see if this works. If I need to make it smaller, like I may just be able to bring her arms down and just kind of fake that part a little bit. Okay, and then the hair goes like this. You don't see one eye. comes like that. Hello, Mr. E. I hope everybody's had a great weekend. I'm sorry, I know I kind of, I talk my way through all of this, so if I'm yammering and you guys are trying to get my attention for something, please tag my name the way that Mr. E did. And I'm sorry if I miss your comment. Okay, so there's her nose. I always draw a triangle for the nose like this. Actually, because of the up angle, I might move that a little bit. Yeah, the nose needs to go up a little bit higher. So I always do a triangle, and then we'll work out the rest of the nose later. She's got earrings and hair, but not too much hair on this side. It just kind of goes to her ear. And then I'm gonna fix her mouth a little bit. I might wanna move the whole cover down. Like that is really end to end here. Oh, you have a long weekend? That's awesome. Oh, you moved, Juan. Awesome. How did it go? Are you happy in your new place? Yeah, it's never fun. Oh, whoops, I forgot to start the time lapse. I'm gonna make the top of the hat just a little bit smaller. Oh yes, the heat just turned on. Happiness, it's so cold here. Just finished changing the locks, that's awesome. No, I don't have the game yet. It hasn't been made, Louie. I might put a little bit of Lady Death flair here. Might as well. I have to see. Party at Juan's, yeah! Yeah, I haven't seen mine yet either. Oh, thank you so much, Dan or Dawn. I'm not sure which one it is. You can already tell it's Maria. Yay! That's awesome. I also don't really want this hand to mess up Brian's signature. So... Oh, for cheat day? Okay, yes. So what I'm gonna do is I've done two things. I had a bunch of walnuts and almonds mixed with chocolate chips. I've had, I decided to not do like a big cheat meal where I like eat too much and get sick to my stomach. I'm just kind of spreading it out in little cheats. But the main cheat meal I'm gonna have is my daughter and I, for Mommy-Daughter Day, we went to this Asian food market. It's called T and, like not N, but the word and, T, supermarket. And it's all Asian foods, like from all over. And so we bought some pot stickers, and that's what we're gonna have for dinner tonight, while the boys have whatever we usually have. I think it's, I don't know what it is. I think we usually have like roasted pork and something. And the boys like that, but we're gonna have pot stickers because none of the boys like that. So yeah. Yeah, walnuts and chocolates. It was so good. The pot stickers are amazing. I know. I love pot stickers. So we're going to have that. And then we bought a bunch of other stuff. I bought myself some of the Japanese plums. I don't know if you guys have seen those or if you have them. locally, but they're so good. They're the like salty plums, and I love them. So I got those too. So they're so good. Never had a pot sticker. All right, so I am out of room. I didn't quite take into account that her arms are a little bit higher on one side than the other. I don't know who said cake. So I might actually have to erase this and redo it, which is gonna suck. Let me see how this blank is. Dan and Dawn, are you guys grading this blank? Never mind, can't do that anyway. Oh. I did not have chocolate cake. But I am definitely taking full advantage of cheat day, for sure. But in little doses. I'm really not good with big, massive meals with a dessert and stuff. I don't know, it just, my stomach hurts really bad. Yeah, I don't want to fuck it up. So you know what? I'm gonna adjust the way that her hands are. I think that just the fact that some of the little spikes go ever so slightly over her head. I mean, the job wasn't to like copy it. So okay, so here is her head, and some of these spikes go slightly over her head. Whatever. I'm gonna just adjust her hand. Yeah, a little here and a little there really works for me. And then I get to like have, you know, the bread I really like and stuff like that. Oh, sorry, the Huinator. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna wing it and do my thing here. Because, you know, all of this actually fits great. And you know what? Her fingers will go higher than her head, so it's fine. All right, now I just need to get a couple things adjusted here. All right, so her body is going to the side like this. And I think this is where we really get that lean in her back. And we can see that she's really leaning back here. So this is gonna go straight. This goes like this. And because we're looking at her from below, we're seeing the angle like this. Because we're kind of seeing it in a rotation that's going away from us. Krypton cookie dough ice cream. I have never heard of that before. It sounds amazing. Yeah. That's funny, Mr. E. Oh, bread has been removed from your diet. Yeah, it's really tough without the bread, I'm telling you. I am such a like simple carb person. It's been a struggle and a half for me to eliminate all grains from my diet. And I did a full month with no grains whatsoever to just purge it from my system. Now I have no grains during the weeks, and then I get to have it in moderation on the weekends, which basically means that instead of eating 2 slices of bread with toast, 2 slices of bread with butter every day for snack and lunch, I'm just having it 2 slices of bread once on the weekend. Just rein myself in because I like you guys know, bread and gummy bears. Those are my go-tos. Ooh, cheeseburgers, nice. Okay, so because of the way that her arms are like her whole body is shortened, and it's kind of a foreshortening away from us, so her upper body is very small compared to her lower body. That means her arms are smaller as well, and I made the arms too big. So what I do is I kind of just do a faux belly button wherever it is, and I draw a line as if it's like circularly going away from her body like this, because your arms go like that. They don't stay the same length as they go away from your body. And so the inner corner of the arm right here generally is in line with belly button. Which means the bend in her arm here is like so. And it's a little bit shorter, and then her arm goes like this. And then her fingers, she's got those metal fingertips on, so it makes her fingers look all like spider legs, which is really cool. Moose Tracks ice cream. Yes, Mr. E, I am with you on that one. So yummy. So I might make some of the outfit. I'm gonna go a little bit more Lady Death in the outfit, and her hat is a little bit big in a couple spots. So I'm gonna take a few liberties, because of course the assignment here, or the commission here, is Lady Death as, right? Or Maria Brink as Lady Death, either or. And so as such, I'm gonna probably make the outfit just a little bit more Lady Death-esque. Okay, but first let's get her thigh in here. So I'm just going to draw the rest of her body here. See, now technically the way this goes, her legs wouldn't even meet up the way that the feet do here. Yeah, it doesn't actually work. Anyway, whatever. We're not going to see much of the legs, so this is a really rough drawing. Oops, sorry, I was off screen. Thank you, Adam. I wish. Oh, you know what? That's just like Dan, Kylie, whereas I'm the opposite. I can leave cake. I'm not a big cake person, but I love ice cream. And me and my sister were just the perfect combination, because my sister's not super into ice cream but loves cake, or at least when we were kids. And I am not super into cake, but I love ice cream. So we had like a lifelong pact that I would eat the ice cream and she would get the cake. So we'd just swap at birthday parties and stuff, you know, and be like, okay, here's your cake. And she'd be like, here's your ice cream. Okay. So she's got some cool cloth just going all, oh wow, it's multiple cloths. So there's some hanging off the upper arm, and then there's some hanging off the actual shoulder thing, and then there's a big skirt. So the skirt goes like this and swoops down. So we're not even gonna see the back leg, we only see the back foot. What about ice cream cake? Oh yeah, that's true. Well, I hadn't heard of ice cream cake until many years later. You know what, Kylie? I used to really like trifle until one time I got really sick. I think like food poisoning. I doubt it had anything to do with the trifle. It was probably the main meal, but it was so bad, like so sick when I was a teen. So now I can't go near trifle at all. Just no time, nowhere. Twitch froze on the Wonder Booty. That's great. Oh, that's awesome, Kylie. Well, you've got it really worked out then. Pat, the thing with that is, for me, it really helps that I get assigned such different things to draw a lot. But you know what? It still happens, and you just have to force yourself and your brain to do something that you maybe don't even feel comfortable doing. Choose a pose that you're not even like personally necessarily super inspired about, but then work through it, and then you'll find that the inspiration starts to grow as your confidence grows in a different pose or a different angle. Because I'm self-taught and you're teaching yourself now, you have to kind of be your own teacher, and as such, tell yourself to do things in art that you're not comfortable doing. You don't have anyone else there, like an instructor, telling you and giving you the project, so you have to kind of push yourself into doing those, or it is really easy to get into a rut. I totally hear you on that one. I have had pavlova, but I'm not entirely sure I remember what exactly it is. There's a Polish dessert I really like called karpatka, I think, and I love it. It's so yummy. But it's incredibly difficult to make, so I've never bothered trying to make it myself. Okay, no, then it wasn't what I was thinking of. I don't think I have had pavlova. I really don't like meringue. That is one thing I just don't do well with. I've completely lost the plot on what you guys are talking about. Something about cilantro makes you sick? What? All right, and this is a rain cover piece. And that is gonna be a really, really fun challenge because I have not drawn rain yet. So I'm gonna actually look that up in how to ink rain. I know that there are lots of different techniques, so I'm just gonna look up a bunch of them and see which one works best for me. It's gonna be fun. All right, some of the arm stuff still needs some work here. You're confused, Fastus? Yeah, I'm not sure what it is. I am not on a keto diet, personally. I'm just kind of carb controlling, let's say. Carb, yeah, something. Yeah, right, Kylie? I'm with you there. Oh, Jason, you're here. Did you see me working on the cover a little bit? I didn't see what you said. Okay, wait. What did you say? Shit. Sorry, you guys. If I miss a comment, definitely just make me see it again. Just tag me a few times. But I'm glad that the conversation is really going on because you know what? That gives me time to draw. So just carry on your conversation. Happiness. So I have to give Lady Death the boobage that she sports. So I'm working on trying to adjust that here. Oh my god, I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. Oh, okay, Jason. So you know that I worked on a little bit and I'm going to do a little bit more at a next one, right? Oh, grown women calling cleavage boobage. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know if that's an inappropriate thing to say, but I figure I'm a girl, I can get away with it, whatever. Spidery fingers, it's so much fun. Oh, you couldn't hear. Okay, yes. So I worked on some of it and I am so sorry. I'm kind of doing a few different things this time. I decided to get brave and work on this one too. But I will finish yours, and I actually have a question for you. And I'll email you about it because I think I owe you an email anyway. So yeah, I want to ask you something about working on this one. I have an idea. Oh, as a print? I don't know that I can. Okay, yeah, you're amazing. Dark Knight, something, something. Thank you so much for the follow. Yay, I'm so glad you guys are having fun. Okay, so I've refined a lot of it. I'm actually quite happy with most of this part up at the top. I'm just gonna get her feet in now. For me, getting a foot in a high heel, especially if it's a different style or shape, which this one kind of is, I have the hardest freaking time. I have no problem drawing feet. I've really worked on feet. Okay, that sounds wrong. I have no foot fetish whatsoever. No, but I have really worked on drawing feet, and I'm sorry it looks like this is a little bit blown out. I'm just gonna turn the light for a little while. Anyway, as I was saying, I've really worked hard at learning how to draw feet, but for some reason drawing a foot foreshortened in a foot foreshortened in the actual toe of a shoe is like the hardest freaking thing. I don't know why. It changes the whole dynamic of how you draw the foot and how it looks. And as such, every time it just looks wrong. Oh, you were streaming too, Keeman. That's good. I probably am just really dense, Steve, and I don't get it. Like I told you, I buffer. Buffering, and then Dawn doesn't get it. I'm sorry. Oh, gross, Adam. Ew. I'm also changing her body weight a little bit. Michael Devon, thank you so much for the follows. Oh no! Shane, oh my God, why did you do that to me? Oh my God. Oh goody. Foot fetish on clip. Nice. What did I do on Friday's stream? I finished the Hell Witch blank. I can show you. Oh, darker one. Thank you so much. Okay, so here is the one that I finished last time. And I still want to do a little, like, someone on the stream suggested that I do some kind of like blue-gray smoke. I can't remember who it was. If you remember who you are, definitely give yourself a shout out. Just go for it. So yeah, I want to put some of that in and then give it a little bit of splatter. Oh, it's Rob. Hi, Rob. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining Twitch. You rock. So, anyway, here we go. This one, as far as the actual drawing itself, it wasn't very challenging, but I would say Copic-wise, this was probably one of the most challenging pieces I've ever done. To get the the sheer look to all of it and the wing dealio that we've come up with, that was definitely the most challenging as far as Copic. Was it Kylie? Well, the shout out to Kylie is getting me to like grow some balls and do the sheer material. I can't remember who was talking about the cold gray in the back. If it was Kylie, that's what I'm saying. Whoever said that they would really like to see some cold gray in the back, give yourself a shout out, because I can't remember who it was. But I've thought about it, and I'm starting to think that that is what I should do. Anyway. Oh, are you talking about the milkshake place? I'm sorry, I am really, I'm all over the map today. That was Mr. E and Kylie. Okay, so shout out to Mr. E and Kylie for all the coloring ideas. Alina, thank you so much for the follow. Okay, it was called Americano. I get it. I'm so sorry. All right, let's do this. Let's get this foot in here. Now, we're not going to see most of the other leg, just a little bit of the foot. Now, in my opinion, the foot would actually be further back like this for her to actually be carrying her weight properly. But whatever. I actually might need to change it because sometimes, like as you guys can see here, I am using photo reference. I am looking at a cover of the most amazing rock star, legit rock star, Maria Brink in the Black Widow cover. And I am looking at the photo and I am basically doing a homage / copy of said picture onto a blank, and I'm drawing it as Lady Death. Now, the thing that you need to know if you're looking at photos as reference, what looks good and what we humans perceive as correct because we accept it as a photograph of a human being, we accept that that's right. But sometimes, even if you've gotten it from a photo you took of yourself and you know that head, your head does indeed connect to your neck, but you're doing an awkward pose because you're doing an action shot or something like that, and it looks wrong in art. Just because it's technically right doesn't mean it's going to look right in your art, and you have to make those kind of adjustments in art to not look wrong. So your eyes and your brain immediately accept photographs that they won't accept the exact same thing. Even if you took a picture of your dog and you traced it, but something looks wrong, fix it. You know, don't be like, well, that's how it is in the photo, so I should make it look like this here. No, just freaking fix it and then it'll look better. So like in certain areas, I may actually make some adjustments just because it looks right in the photo, might look wrong, and like that foot doesn't look right in the art, if that makes sense. Yes, I see the message, Steve. Thank you. I remember the milkshakes. They were the best. In This Moment Live is so amazing. So I'm doing the way that I usually draw feet. She's in heels, so it's more pointed, but this is how I draw feet. I start with a triangle, kind of going from the shin bone. This is kind of where the ankle is. I do a triangle. Then I do the ankle bone and a little bit of the heel. So we're seeing a small amount of the heel back here. And then I do the front toes, like so. And that basically makes the front of the foot. And oh my God, this piece just fits. Look at this. It just fits. I have like 1.5 millimeters up there. And you know what? Technically the hat is a little bit higher. And I have 1 millimeter on either end. Oh, phew. What's my favorite in this moment song? Oh my God, that is so difficult. Let me get my list and I will, oh shoot, my phone is using it. Let me get, here we go, Spotify. Come on. What? My keyboard decided it didn't want to work? God damn it. Okay. I don't know if I planned it out well, but thank God, man. What is... Okay. Here we go. I'm going to get my list of some of my most favorite played songs. Here we go. Blood is amazing. I can't pick only one, for sure not. Blood is amazing. Big Bad Wolf is amazing. No Me Importa is amazing. In this. There we go, in this moment. Okay. I love Whore. I love Adrenalize. Oh my God, Adrenalize is amazing. Then there's another one, Sex Metal Barbie, Bloody Creature Poster Girl. I mean, there are so many. I'd have to say though, like their older albums, I wasn't as into as their more newer ones. Blood, I love so much. I'm trying to think. There's another one of their newer songs that I absolutely adore. Okay, from Ritual, my favorite ones are No Me Importa, Half God, Half Devil. Oh my God, I've listened to that on repeat so many times. Black Wedding, yeah, God, they're so amazing. Oh, Justin, I'm talking about my favorite In This Moment songs. In This Moment is a band I absolutely adore, and I am drawing a homage blank of Maria Brink, who is the lead singer for In This Moment, as Lady Death. Or Lady Death as Maria Brink. Either way. I would be playing them this whole time, but obviously I can't. So. All right, so here is one heel. And it actually worked out okay. And then you put her calf muscle going out a little bit because her hip is out, her weight is leaning on this foot. And then it's being supported, and I'm still drawing through, even though we're not seeing her body. We're not seeing her body here in the back. I'm still gonna draw it in a good bit because I need to know that what I'm doing is correct. And I'm gonna make some adjustments to the way that her back leg is going and get her foot like this. So I'm gonna turn her foot slightly. Okay, this is too much scribble. I'm going to pretend that her knee is up. Yeah, like that. So I'm bending this knee the way that her body's going. I'm bending the knee a little bit more. This is where her hip bone is. It's going at an angle. And so we've got her body arching. So here is her spine. And then there's an arch here. There's this, her shoulders are going this way. Her pelvis, her rib cage is going this way, and then her hips are going that way. And that gives the arch in her body. Oh, Gabriel, hello! How's it going? So what that means is when I change, because I've changed the position of her legs and her feet here, I'm gonna need to make an adjustment. We're gonna bring the image here. This is what I'm using as reference. I've changed the way that I'm doing her legs, and I've bent this knee. So that means that I'm gonna need to change the highlighting here as well. So as you guys can see, her feet are both coming like this. But in order, because I need her to be holding all of her weight, I've changed her feet ever so slightly to be bent at the knee. So I need to change the highlighting as well. Let's see, her head is probably about this big. I might need to make her head a little bit smaller. Let's see, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, technically a comic book body is 8. 7 or 8. But yay, the rough is in. Now we can actually do the whole thing and get it completely worked out. First, I'm gonna make her head a little bit smaller. I might keep her eye though, because that is correct. It's the rest that I need to work on. I'm gonna move up her cheekbones. I'm gonna move up her nose. I'm gonna move up her chin and bring the size up. Make her head that much smaller. So I'll show you how I'm gonna do that. So her nose is gonna be here and her mouth is gonna be here, and I'm moving everything up and I'm thinning out her neck. That gives me more room for her shoulders. And her bust. And because her head is a little bit, it's a little bit from an undershot, then we're not going to see as long as of a chin, because the perspective is changing it like this. So if the head is down, the chin is perceived as longer. The more up the head goes, the shorter the chin is perceived, and that line. And I am making her eyes a little bit smaller. but they're going to have a lot of dark blacking around them. Hello, Jedi Bee. Make sure I've got the center line in there correctly. Yeah, I mean, making her head smaller, the whole piece looks just a million times better. It works now. All right, and this is kind of how I do noses. Right now, it looks a little bit like a pig snout, but it's just because the nose basically is a triangle in the way that it sits on your face. So I map it out like that. I really don't want to have to like do my nose in the in the camera, you guys. But you know, there is some distance or depth to the nose from the cheek that it's sitting on in the face, right? So when I do this, it takes it from a triangle that you're seeing straight on to one that you're seeing like that. Yes, the lesson in nose shapes, that's right. Okay, and then her mouth. It's a pretty aggressive nose shape. It looks kind of gross. I'm gonna fix it. And so this whole piece is gonna be toner grays and yeah, it's all toner grays, blacks, and red, which is gonna be so fun to color. Oh, see you later, Jason. Have a safe drive. Be careful, and we'll catch up with you later. I owe you an email. I'll send it to you tomorrow morning. Roma Firebird, I'm drawing on a flat table. I had an incline before, but because of Twitch and everything, I've switched to a flat surface. So I'm drawing in the cheekbones now. Lightly putting in her nose. So right now it's all very light. I don't know how much you guys are going to be able to see. There we go. I'm just making sure the arms are the right size and her hands might need to be a little bit smaller because of the angle. But she does have really, really long nail, I can't remember what those things are called, but the big nail spikes that are put at the end. There's one hand. I'm going to draw the fingers in first. So that I get the bends right in the fingers themselves. Get the thumb in there. And the pinky finger. And then I'll put in the actual plates. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so the rough sketch is in. Now it's time to do a quick erase on all of this and start putting in the final lines. So this is really exciting. It's actually going a lot faster than I expected it to. Phew. I want to meet you too, Kylie. So bad. All right, so this is my little trick. I don't even know if this is a correct thing to do, but it works for me. So I take my kneaded eraser and I roll it. And the reason why I do this and not actually going over and erasing is it just evenly lightens the lines. All right, so I'm still using my 0.3 millimeter pencil, and now I'm gonna go in and darken up the lines and basically do my final pencil over the lightened sketch. Dawnfest. That's so awesome. Okay. So first thing I'm going to do is start with her eyes because that's nice and easy and fun. Now Lady Death does not have any pupils or iris. All she has is the white part, which I believe is called the sclera. And then I'm giving her her eyebrows. So this part is really important that I get right. So I'm gonna probably be a little bit quiet for this point because I'm not gonna be doing as much talking or breathing. I don't like how her nose ended up looking. Oh, thank you, Kara. Am I a military brat? Are you talking to me, Jedi? If so, I'm not, no. I'm gonna handle most of the nose and the shading actually, so it's just a very, very lightly put in nose right now. I'll make sure to tell Dan that. Faye Nanda, thank you so very much for the follow. I forgot I wanted to make the hat a little bit smaller. See you, Chippy G. Thank you so much for hanging out for a while, and that's awesome that I get to see you in Chicago. Yay! See you then. The corner needs Sherlock booty. Oh my god, I see way too much cat butt. Right? I totally agree, Gabriel. And like, Sherlock, every time I go to pet him or anything, like I'm trying to just give him some affection and scratch his neck and stuff, he instantly turns around and is like, here you go, essence of butt. It's like, oh my god, move it out of my way. All around, just everywhere. So her hair is set up like this big, massive ringlet, just one huge one coming down the side right here. It's super cool the way they did it. Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's hilarious, Mr. E. And it's so true. I love how much cloth they have flowing all around her. It's so beautiful. There needs to be a little bit more cloth right there because I am making a few small adjustments. And technically, I've got this coming down too far on this leg. To thin out this calf. I'm so used to drawing like the typical comic book, or at least my style of comic book character, and they've got pretty big thighs and calves going on, whereas Maria has a lot more slender legs, so I need to fix that. Yeah. Okay, so then it goes like this. So we'll see some knee, not very much of everything else, but we will see a lot more of her calf. So I've got some knee here. There we go. All right, now let's get the hands in, and then I'm gonna work on Lady Deathing it a little bit, like getting some skulls here and there, making her some kind of necklace that's more Lady Death, and everything will remain in the black and red color scheme, but I will just have a little bit more stuff that looks like Lady Death. Oh, thank you, Bamf. And I shortened this just a touch. And I'll probably shorten that one a little bit as well. Yeah, okay. Finger size is still okay. They're just a little bit too fat, so I'm fixing that. Okay, so I'm just drawing in the hands first with no fingernail plate thingies. And then I'm gonna get those in next. Okay, and then this is the side of the hand, and I need to decide where to put her thumb. But this is the base part of the thumb right here. And then I'll decide. I might just put it right here. So we're not gonna see a ton of it because this is all black on black. And I'm kind of trying to make them look a little bit like spider legs. There we go. Then I just need to get this arm scrunchy bit on. And once I have all this in, then I'm gonna get started on all of the additions to make it look more like Lady Death. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can turn down the light a little bit. Oh, thank you so much, Kylie. I don't know how I feel about this hand. It might be a little bit too squished into the edge of the paper right there. Like here it looks like it fits nicely and this one doesn't. So, you know, I'm gonna erase it and adjust it so that it looks like it fits a little better. There it looked a little too try hard to fit in that spot. I'm gonna move the shoulder down just a little bit more. And I'm gonna put her arm up a little bit higher. And try not to completely mess with Brian's signature here. So I'm doing one finger there and then the rest I'm gonna bring down, but it won't be like so right up against the edge of the paper, which I think was the real problem. And yeah, there's a little hook at the end of every single one of these. And I'm gonna really turn this pinky almost to where it's bending in on itself so that we can get seeing the top of the pinky and it kind of goes around like that. And then the other ones come like so. And then this finger is almost pointing up and going like that. And then I'll get her thumb. Going this way. So we can kind of see the direction of her hand. So we're seeing her inner palm here. Like that. And I'm just checking to make sure it's the size of her head. Yes, usually like the fingers end almost at the hairline. I have a really high forehead, so they're shorter than my forehead, like where my hairline is. But that's because my hairline is like a centimeter too far back, in my opinion. Oh, is Mark going to bed? Good night, Mark. And there we have it. The sketch is finished. Woo! And it's time to start inking. It's going a lot faster than expected. Whoop, whoop. So for anyone who is new and has just joined the stream, hi, my name is Dawn McTeigue, and I am working on an homage commission. This is taken from In This Moment's Black Widow cover. I love this band. They are amazing. If you haven't listened to In This Moment, definitely get some music and listen to it. I recommend Big Bad Wolf, Blood. Oh my God, there's just so many that you can listen to, and they're so incredible. Their lead singer is Maria Brink, and she's on the cover of this particular album, and the commission request was to draw her as Lady Death. So I'm doing Lady Death in her pose here. And if you haven't yet, I want to show you all if you haven't seen it yet, this is the print of the month. It's only available on my website for 1 month, and then she's gone. So definitely sign up to my email list, which gives you 25% off your first order. So don't forget to get your coupon. And yeah, this is the commission that I did with you guys last year on Twitch, and it is available only for March, and then she flies away. Okay, now I need to turn this into Lady Death a little bit more. I don't want it to be straight up like the cover. I mean, obviously I'm doing an homage, so it's very similar, but I do want to make some adjustments to make it more Lady Death-esque. So I'm just gonna do some designing for a second, which is gonna take a minute to think about. Perhaps the hands are a little big. It's hard to tell with the nail plates. stuck in this. Ouch. I don't want to make it a full skull right here, but a very big element of Lady Death is skull. So I'm probably going to put some skull mixed with a little bit more design stuff. I don't know if I want to have a full skull head on either side, as that's a little bit too intense of, you know, competition from her face, you know? I think it would be too much. Oh yeah, that would be the worst, Justin. I'm just doing some faux scroll work stuff. And let's get a skull in here. What are you guys going on about? Oh, that's awesome. Well done. You're selling Anthony? Oh my God. Oh, that's hilarious. Who bought you, Anthony? That's the real question. We'll find out later. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Technically, Justin has 3 solar. Okay. Oh my God, this is hilarious. Okay, this arm is a little bit too long here. Now they're the same length. Okay, I'm just making this skull a little bit bigger. And then there's going to be a rose to add some red. And it looks like her accent thingies, these little things on her fingers, those are gold. So I do have one more color I can play with, which is gold. Oh, yeah, the hat is so cool. And that, I have to give full props to the designers of the album cover, because I am just using that as reference. The only thing that I've added to give it a little bit more Lady Death flair is whatever it's called when you put like some flowers and stuff on a hat. So I've just added a few little designs to make it a little bit more Lady Death-esque. And then this cloth is coming out here and going in front of the feet. There's more cloth here. And the cloth I'm just gonna have to figure out as I go and just seriously wing it. Because I'm not trying to make the cloth identical to how hers is here. I'm just gonna draw some cloth. The only catch is that it should be coming out from the sides and, you know, catching the wind in the same basic way that it is on this cover. There we go. All right, see you later, Mr. E. You're amazing. Have a good night, and I'll catch you sometime next week. Thank you so much for hanging out. You totally do, Justin. If the mood hits you, go for it. We support your cosplay time. Okay, so I'm using a new pen. Whoop, whoop. Because I've kind of killed all my old pens. And this is the 0.05 Faber-Castell Eco Pigment. And I'm using it for a lot of the thinner, smaller lines because we are starting inking already. Woot! Stupid Lizard, thank you so much for the follow. All right, so the sketch is finished. We got that part done, and now it's inking time. And I'm gonna be cleaning up and refining as I work on the inks for sure, because this is a giant mess, but that's fine. It doesn't have to be perfect because I'm gonna go in and fix things up. Anything that's gonna be gold, I'm gonna do in the sepia Copic multi-liners. Hello, Mafi Shaki. Thank you so much for being here. Just gotta activate my pen. It's a new one that I've never used. Oh, come on. Let's get a piece of paper. Start working. You're a brand new pen. There we go. Okay, it's working now. Mafi Shaki, thank you so much for the follow. Oh, thank you so much, Stupid Lizard. That is awesome, and I really appreciate the follow. Yay! The D&D Bard accident? What's that? Oh, come on. Thank you, Kylie. That like hardly ever happens. Yay! Yeah, it really does. I mean, I feel so bad. I'm calling someone Stupid Lizard, but I mean, that was the choice. Oh, thank you, Anthony. Blood Moon Hunter artwork. That sounds awesome. Good night, True Deadman. Have a great week. Hi, Darker One. Aw. Well, it really means a lot. Okay, I'm gonna have to get real close to the paper here and get this part inked up very carefully. So I'm gonna have my head probably in somebody's way. I apologize. This part is important. And I'm not going to ink the top lip. I generally don't. But I am going to just do a little, well, you know what? Actually, I think I'm going to leave her nose too. Now I'm moving to a bigger pen. Yeah, I was holding my breath with you, Anthony. All right, I have to activate this pen too. Sorry, it takes a second to get new pens going. Come on. I need you. Shoot. It's taking too long. Let's try this one. I just bought these pens. What the hell? Kylie, I'm streaming for another half an hour, so probably not, but I will, I'll finish this one up hopefully on the next live stream. And then it's splooging everywhere. Oh my god. Defective pens. That really sucks. Alright, we're gonna have to use two. I just bought these pens. It's crazy. I know. Wait a second, I need to get this hat. The angles aren't right. Sometimes it helps to actually look at it upside down. And the main thing with hats is you want to make sure it's going over where the head is. So like actually this side of the head would be here. So I went a little too far over. So I'm going to fix that right there. This is the center of her head. And then let's say her head goes to about here. So then the hat would be there. So you want to have it so that it's actually sitting on the head. It's so easy when you're, drawing quickly or working on something where there's like so much divide between the head and the top of a top hat, for instance, that it's so easy to shift it or make it too small or way too big so the hat would actually fall on their head. Hats are just one of those tricky things that maybe they don't screw up everyone else, but they're constantly screwing with my head. And I get them all mixed up, especially when you're drawing a female character and you need to keep the hair out of the mind and the actual shape of the skull in the mind for this part of the head. All right, so that is more correct of what the hat should look like. Let's get those rounded areas in the same spot. There we go. All right, I'm happy with that. Oh, hey, Sloppy Octopus. So good to see you here. Okay, so now I'm just going to draw the top of the hat. And let's just pretend it's rounding the corner a little bit. So we're seeing a few little overlaps of the inside of the hat. Now, this whole part, the hat is very, very black, so we might not see any of that once I color it in. But still, I'm just doing it to like indicate form for myself even. Yes, I'll color this on another stream for sure, Kylie. I couldn't agree more, Philip. Except that I would feel bad for her husband and kids. Her family needs her. But a vacation here? Oh my god, that would be amazing. Alright, so I'm really not being too pre-planned with the like scroll work and stuff. Most of this is probably going to be like black on black. I haven't decided if I'm going to make this stuff gold. I might. Gold is kind of Lady Death's color. But I'll have to see. Alright, I'm going to make this skull a little bit smaller. It's a little bit aggressively large. And the reason why I don't want them very big this time is I don't want them to compete with her face. So the cheekbones are a real big thing when you're drawing skulls. And then the top of the head, because it's at an angle, I'm drawing it that we're kind of looking at it from an angle of the top of the head. Not so much seeing the lower jaw, / maybe it's not even there. Okay, oops. And then I erased some of the scroll work, so I'm gonna put that back in. And it's just to like add a little bit of visual interest, kind of make it a little bit more Lady Death style. There we go. So I don't even really have the detail worked out a ton, but I can kind of figure it out as I'm going. There we go. So what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is make these gold over black. Female to male anatomy, that is a really tough one. Generally, male stuff has male anatomy, especially when you're drawing it. Go way more sharp, straight, angular lines. With females, that's where you bring in the French curves. Go. So one shoulder is done, and then this is her arm, and this is like one tiny little spot where her arm is actually bare. And then here as well, it's bare, And then it goes into more flowing cloth and stuff. I know! Female hips are so much more fun for me too, I hear you. I am going a little crazy, Gabriel. I have no brake pedal, that's my problem. Okay, I'm gonna make the top of the head of this skull a little bit smaller too. I'm just gonna shrink the whole thing down by a tiny bit. So you can do that when you're working. If you've drawn something and it's just a little bit too big, you can just draw or ink on the inside of the lines. So you're doing like a faux shrink, and it actually works and can save you some time in having to like draw the whole thing all over again, especially something like this where it's not super important that you have it really detailed out. It's kind of more just the like impression of a skull. And you don't want to make them too detailed in such a small space like this. And that's generally advice I need to listen to more myself, because I tend to overfill places where no one's gonna even see it once it shrinks down to proper size, and I just like used up 6 hours working on some tiny, like every pearl is in proper perspective and shit. Oh, does Juan need to leave? Good night, Juan. See you later. Oh, I'm glad you're liking it, Dan and Dawn. Yay! So I'm thinking I might ink her hair with let's see, the Copic multi-liner in cool gray. Let me see if I have a slightly darker one. Is this like a, no, it's black. So yeah, I'm gonna use the cool gray for her hair, just so that it really, really stands out. If I do it in black line, it can overpower the fact that I'm trying to make it look like white hair, and it kind of ruins the look of white hair. So with Lady Death, a lot of times I'll ink her hair with something very light, and this is the Cool Gray number 3 Copic multi-liner pen. It works really well with Copic marker for sure, but then also it's light, and so it won't be quite as overpowering as a black line on something that is supposed to be light and airy. And like the two sparks of white that this piece has is her hair and then her long white leg. So those are important elements in making it not a completely overpowered black outfit. I'll show you. Okay? So here, they even put like, it looks to me like they used some airbrush and put some airbrush highlight shine right there to make her hair pop and glow even more. So she has very blonde hair, and then she's wearing like light fishnet stockings, and that gives the long, very white, pale, in contrast to the black of the rest of her outfit and the background and her hat and all of that. So, you know, it really helps to keep those things in mind, and I'm definitely going to ink her hair with a light pen. Yeah, she does. All right, in 2 minutes, I'm gonna start working on finding someone to raid for tonight because I'm almost done with my stream and it's almost dinner time for me. Pot stickers, hooray! And I'll see you guys on the next stream. And just a reminder, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my email list. And the print of the month is Black Canary for this month only. If you subscribe, you get a coupon and you get 25% off. And if anyone has any suggestions of who we should raid tonight, let me know. Titan gear. Okay, I'll have to take a look. Hello, Busmaster. For sure. Oh, you did. Okay, Justin, and I just totally missed it. I'm the worst. I'm so sorry. Okay, there we go. So her hair is inked. And we're gonna raid someone. I'm gonna put another skull right here. We'll just see a tiny, tiny bit of it, but I wanna have that skull in there and finish the blacking for that area. There we go. Only Kylie gets yours. Good night, Anthony. Have a wonderful week, and I'll catch you if you can make it for one of my other streams this week. Hopefully Wednesday and Friday. And I'll wrap this one up. You're amazing, Anthony. I appreciate it a ton, and I hope your week rocks. Okay, so we're gonna do. Is Jen? Oh yeah, Jen is on. Shall we raid? Shall we raid Jen? I want to make sure that I give enough time to actually say hello and stuff, so that's why I raid on the weekends as much as I possibly can, because I can't always during the week. Thank you too, Gabriel. Thank you for hanging out. You guys are amazing. It was great to have all of you here. Thank you so much for hanging out while we worked on this piece, or while I worked on it. All right, so we're gonna raid Jen, the Fit Creator. All right, I love you guys all a ton. I hope that you have a great week, and I will catch you later. Raid. Oh, thank you, Keeman. Oh, thank you, Faustus Bob. I really appreciate it. And for anyone who's been lurking on the stream, thank you so much for being here. I am a massive lurker, so I don't mind at all. Thank you for joining me. If you feel like following me, it will be most appreciated. I go live about 3 times a week. All right, I love you guys a ton. Jen, the fit. Unrecognized. What? Oh, did I hit 2? All right, there we go. All right, let's give Jen tons of love and see. Oh, the channel has a follower, subscriber only chat. Oh well. Follow her so that you can chat. Love you guys. Bye.